Well, my name is Gene Kearns. I'm a area scout for the Atlanta Braves, and I've been scouting the Valley League since 1973. I discovered Brandon Beachy in this league in 2008. He came in relief in the ninth inning of a game in Woodstock, and I'm sitting there and really not much happening, and he started warming up, and I said, wow, I better put the gun on this guy. And he was throwing in low 90s, up to 93, 94. But what turned me on was he had a devastating curveball. And come to find out, he was a reliever at Indiana Wesleyan and a third baseman. And he went undrafted in his junior year. It was just a situation where the scouts had missed him. And I went over to him and asked him if he had ever been drafted, because if he had been drafted, I couldn't have talked to him. And he said no, and I said, are you interested in professional baseball? And he said, you better believe it. That's what he said to me. And I said, well, we called the scouting director, and I talked to the coach, and the next night he threw him an inning for me. I saw him 2 innings, and the next day I had him on the way to Danville, Virginia, under Braves contract. He was quite a find in this league, and there are plenty of other players going back.
The Valley was an important building block for me. You know, I grew up in the game, obviously. I wanted to coach. I was an assistant at George Mason University, but felt that it was important to coach and manage, you know, as many games as possible. The Valley League is a very historic league. It's a very competitive league. It's a league where a lot of top collegiate players around the country go to play. And I was fortunate to be in Winchester to continue, you know, my coaching aspirations. Winchester is an unbelievable town, city, where the community has been so supportive of the Winchester Royals, and it was really, in my mind, at the time when I was doing this, one of the most prestigious places to play because of the great environment in the community. The only way to improve in our game is to continue to play as much as possible, and without the summer collegiate leagues, that opportunity simply would not exist for so many players. So it's very crucial to a player's development.
And what a treat to see Dayton Moore on the field shaking the hands of these young players just prior to the 2016 All-Star Game. They say in this league this is the closest some of these players will get to experiencing professional baseball. I wonder, does it get much better than this? In our final episode, I'm going to wrap it all up with some historic facts and some final thoughts on what it means to be a player in this league.